Ooh, hello there, my fellow miners and crafters. GoodTimesWithScar here, and welcome back to the wonderful worlds of hermits and crafting. And we're here at Scar's Frontier Outpost, working on our super awesome train station. That is right. In our last episode, we've got our water tower assembled, we have our track, and of course, the platform built up and is looking absolutely wonderful. And surprisingly, right now, our mob spawning platforms aren't really producing very much. This is such like the worst area. I've got to light it up, but it's just amusing how many mobs actually spawn on this area. Just not that much right now, but look at that water tower looking absolutely fabulous. So excited with the way that came out, and was really thankful for the reaction you guys gave me. Loved it, and also just a positive and wonderful reaction just to our style of video last time, where we just talked about ideas for a lot of the video, which just made me happy because that is something that I love, is the process of coming up with ideas and kind of expressing them to you guys. So before we head off, my friends, and start working today, we've got to load up our inventory full of supplies for our train station. Look at Bob, the building creeper inspector up there trying to sneak into my base. Look at him go. Look at these guys heading down to get my supplies, and look what I found. Just creepers everywhere. Wait, what? Hello? Ha. All right, I'm gonna go get my supplies and then we're gonna investigate this. Now, one thing I wanna get your opinion on is this back section of our base. Now, it is very, very ugly. As you can see, some of our furnaces are sticking out right here. And then we have this entrance, which was going to be a bridge that stretched out across here, but the water line was a little bit higher than I anticipated. So that's why that looks like it just disappears into the water line. I've been trying to figure out what this could be, and I need your guys' help. Now, I'm gonna throw out a couple ideas. I wanna see what you guys think of those, and then maybe give me some of your own. So I was thinking, if we did build a dock right here, potentially we could do another crane right here, and then we could build a boat in the water, and then this could be like a mine car, maybe delivering stuff to the barge, which is a potential idea, and then we'll freshen up the outside a little bit more. Now, this area is so unsightly, so why don't we just fly over there real quick and just take a look at that. Now, let's jump up here and kind of get a bird's eye view, but oh, we're stuck under the elytra course. So this looks super ugly. So how can we make this look nice? How can we like theme it into the landscape? Now, I don't think we're gonna be able to cover this whole thing up with the mountainside. So we just gotta like jazz up the sides of the building and make it look a little bit better, but I'm gonna open up to you guys. Help me come up with some ideas on what you'd think this area would look cool as. And if the idea of boats, is that something you guys think would look cool on this back section? So we're doing trains, we're doing boats. Yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think of that design. All right, it is time finally to see what this is all about. And that, my friends, looks like the Lugfellas insignia. That's right. Those symbols bring back chills to the back of my neck. All right, it's our care package. This is the Log Mason care package. When we signed up way back in the day for our free logs at the Log Masons, there was supposed to be a complimentary care package. I had not received mine yet, but look at this. There's our free pass, which is important. We got to bring that to the Log Masons. Complimentary bling. I bet that's from the Ren Diggity Dog himself. And what is this? The 3 Mason stone. Ooh, the ritual stone. That must be for the secret meetings under the base. A name tag. Can't go wrong without a name tag. And what's use at Woodworld. Okay, so I think all of the Masons need to come together, and at the end of the season, we go over to Woodworld and we just all blow it up. All right, I'm putting that down on my calendar. I'm putting that down right here, right now. Golden apple. Yeah, this is awesome. Clock, because I'm so punctual. You know, I'm always on time, always so organized. You guys know me too well. You know I enjoy those types of things. But that's awesome. Thanks, the Masons there. That's really awesome. Now, one thing I got to say about the Log Wars is, and I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it right here, right now. Kind of miss it, to be honest, because the log supply on the server is dwindled to next to none. I just went to both shops and they're literally out of stock on all of the woods that I need. No dark oak, no oak. They have a little bit of spruce, barely any acacia left. I miss the days when those shops were stocked and they were like giving out free things all the time to us. I did get the free care package, so I guess I don't really know what I'm talking about. But anyway, I miss the days when they were fully stocked. All right, so we are back up at our train platform, and I am just so excited to get this going because I've just been so inspired in Minecraft lately. Just the thought of jumping in here and figuring out this whole build has just really, really inspired me. So Let's dive in. So first thing we're going to start is we're going to make a giant box of dark chocolate. That's right. We're going to start with a giant box of dark chocolate, and we're going to bring this out about 9 blocks. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that's 8. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, because I count so well. There we go. And then I'm just going to keep doing this. So this is another section of 9. After a little deliberation, I think I've got it. So 2 sections of 9, correct. And then from this block, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to transition over to this section, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 3 blocks should be visible. Perfect. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then just repeat that pattern back across. And yeah, I think that's going to be a really good organization. So what we're going to have is these little wings on either side of our station. And then on this section over here, we're going to have like a covered area for chairs and benches and lampposts and different things along those lines. But then in the interior, of course, we're going to have that's where you buy your tickets. So I think that'll be really cool. Maybe a small inn at the top. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, I think that's a really good shape for this design. And welcome back. And we're building a giant cake. That's right. This delicious dark chocolate cake is almost complete. We're going to bring this all the way across here. So what we've done is we've gone up 10 blocks from the bottom, and we have lots and lots of friends down there keeping an eye and keeping us company also. There we go. Almost across. There we go. Oh, one more block. There we go. Awesome. And oh, hello, kitties. Oh, hello. Look at his little legs. They're so cute. Oh, he's so cute. All right, we're going to... I can't even look at that thing. All right, let's fly back down here and look at that. All right, so I know this doesn't look like much, and it looks super, super ugly. I mean, also, it does kind of look like a cake, so that should help a little bit. But, oh, you guys can't jump up here, can you? Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry you can't come up here and bug me, can you? No, you can't. Oh, jeez. Oh, one of them was a little smarter than the rest. One of them was just a little bit smarter than the rest. Now he's got, they found something over there to get up here. Oh, they found a sneaky block somewhere. Wow, just a little Walking Dead action here. Anyway, my friends, take a look at that. So I know, like I said, it was a little ugly, but it's time to start adding those This is literally the zombie train right here. All right, guys, go. Time to go. Time to go. You're all out of here. Yeah, one more. There you go. Okay, let's all now focus on the task at hand. So what we're going to start working on is adding those details. And this is going to be really fun, actually, to really kind of plan this out. So we're trying to stay in a theme that is very Western, very frontier feeling. And that's a lot of browns, a lot of different brown shades. So we're working with a lot of different woods. And so I'm just kind of throwing up these things here to show you guys kind of the color palette we are going to be working with. Now, I was considering using this, but I thought it might be just one step too many into the darker department. So I was kind of working on this color palette, and I decided I think I'm going to axe this block and add an oak instead, and then use a highlight of the oak fences. And I think that's going to look really nice. As you guys can see, I did opt to use spruce on this design. I love the way that came out. So that's why I was considering using the dark, the dark oak for this. But I think once we're complete, I'm going to open it up to you guys, and I want you to let me know if you guys like using the standard oak or the dark oak for some of the structural blocks that we'll be using. And let's dive right into it. I kind of want that dirt. Don't want the zombie flesh, but I kind of want the dirt. All right, my only concern at this point is that we have enough room between the platforms. That's what I'm kind of worried about, but I think we're okay. Yeah, whatever. All right, so why don't we just grab this, and we're just gonna start kind of mapping this out. So I want to open this into a much beautiful kind of planked design. So it's almost like these are big, thick, wood pieces that were carved, hand carved on the frontiers. That's kind of the theme that I'm trying to achieve here. And the question is, will I be able to make this happen? Yeah, that's what I'm kind of working on, trying to figure it out. So in these areas right here, this is where I want to start incorporating a little bit of this darker stained clay on either side like this. And as you can see, look at how we're going to slowly kind of bring out that detail and really make it feel like a really nice and immersive design. So right in this little corridor, it's kind of tough, actually. It's trying to find that balance between these designs. So my thought is that what if we cut out this section right here? Now I've got the basic blueprint made in my head. It's just trying to implement this is always a little harder than just thinking about it. So it's kind of like, yeah, we're going to make it eventually. But look at this. So if we add that and see how that kind of lightens up this section, and say we go up here just a little bit and we bring those up there like a so, and we cut these down like a boom, bada, bam, like that. And I don't have actual gates. Now I wish I had some gates. I'm going to temporarily put those there. But in your heads now, vision yourselves some beautiful gates right there. I think that'll look cool. All right. So, all right, we've got that now. I'm still kind of going back and forth, but this is okay. This is kind of the process. This is the process of trying to come up with designs. And in this part, you always got to make sure you don't get discouraged, because it's so easy to get discouraged. And I hear that too much from people about getting discouraged when they're building. And building's a tough little thing, you know, it's complicated. It takes time. It takes a lot of time to figure out the details that you want. They're never going to come easy to you. Nothing in life ever comes easy. So never assume that. So that's the same with building. This is going to take time. It takes time to figure out those details, where they're all going to be arranged. And as long as you don't get discouraged and you keep muscling on and you keep pushing it. Oh, hello. Oh, we found into the zombie pit. We fell into the zombie pit. But as long as you can keep kind of pushing through and never let yourself get discouraged, you'll eventually find your way through all of this mess of the design. That's kind of the goal here. And like I said before, when building, it's always so important to start with, you know, a blank kind of canvas. And that's what our giant chocolate cake was. It was just a blank canvas to find our way through the design and eventually land to where we are now, which I think is starting to come out. Look at the details starting to appear. Look at them. They're starting to appear, and we're starting to find a little bit of a rhyme, a little bit of a reason throughout this entire design. And like I said before, I want you guys to help me with some of this. I want you guys to help me with some of the oak choices down there and some of these if we want to mimic that. So definitely look through this as we're building, and I want you to let me know in the comments how we're doing so far. Look at this. Look at this. I'm getting really pleased with this at this point. So at this juncture right here, we're going to start adding something above this line right there. And let's just, oh man, I'm kind of liking that. Let's jump down and see how that looks. Let's not get up to the second story yet, but look at that. That is looking good. Look at those details. So many different, you know, shades of browns that really make this look cool. Now, I really could use like a splash of green or something like that. So that's something we can work towards. But yeah, I'm actually fairly happy with the way this came out. So remove this section like we did over there, and then replace it like that, and then add our planks. Let me sample those planks over here, and then bring them in there like that, and then take this one, rotate it. Oh, hello there, silly. Like that. Oh, no. We'll just take these guys all the way across there like that. Look at how easy that was. There we go. But yeah, I think this is starting to work out. So let me start kind of refining this, making it just as we did over there. And yeah, and I'll catch you guys in a minute. Maybe I'll even get some gates. And look at that. That is slowly, bit by bit, coming together. As you can see, look at the difference using the gates. It looks so much better. Very much an improvement on that account. But let's slide on over here. And let's start building up this corner on this side. Now, once we come up with a design, we can kind of mimic it, of course, on the back. And we'll just use this for scaffolding going upwards. And then on the very back end, I've kind of considered, I'm not 100% sure. I want to do like a decorative awning or maybe a balcony of some kind. But I haven't quite decided yet for sure. So I'm thinking maybe I'll do that section on Twitch. I haven't quite decided. But we might do it today. We might do it there because I might want to put some more thought into the exact arrangement of that back section, but we'll see. We'll see. No promises yet. But let's cut this piece over here, and then we will take this guy and then bring that one upwards, and let's scaffold up just a little bit more, and then we'll work this all the way down. There we go. And click that and add a little extra on the top. All right. Then we're going to take this thing all the way across here like that. Bam. There we go. Awesome. I'm just happy about this because I feel like it's actually coming. Oh, hello, spider. Are you a friendly spider? Yes, you are. But yeah, I think that looks really nice. And then once we kind of get the upper section built up, and this to me, it'll look much different than it looks now, but this looks like some of the designs I've come up with for some Wild West like stores, like the general store or the sheriff's office. You know, if we did this decorative bottom and then just had like a, you know, a plain marquee at the top like that, maybe get the cub to do some banners or something like that, like sheriff's office, something like that. I think it would look cool for our town. You're a friendly spider. Haha. Anyway, yeah, let me start planning out what we're going to do for that second story. And welcome back, and let's swoop on to our scaffolding. Can we do it? Yes! Haha, there we go. We are quite the little flyers. All right, so let's jump right into it, and we're working on our second story. So let's just kind of map this out. So what I've done in the meantime, built up some scaffolding, and I reversed some of these half slabs and turned them into stairs. And I'm going to bring this up to about, so that's 2, I'm going to bring these up to about 3 blocks like so, bring those up to there. And as I was kind of building, actually it's 4 considering there is 1 block under it, but as I was building, I was thinking about something that we're going to get next year, which I'm so excited about, and that is Red Dead Redemption. That is right, Red Dead Redemption. I don't know if you guys played it, but it was one of my all-time favorite games, and it was such an amazing game, especially for its time. And you know, when I think about that game and I think of the horses and how they interacted with the world, it was absolutely phenomenal the way they designed that game. And it was definitely my like top 5 favorite games of all time. Because, you know, I think if you compared Red Dead Redemption, this is a game that came out way back in 2010, to any game now with horses. Like, there's not a lot, but if you were to compare it even to its time, like nothing came close to the fluid nature that those horses rode and how easy they were to like ride around. It's just absolutely amazing. So I am so excited to see that game return once again. We've been waiting a long time, and I wish it was this year. Man, I wish it was coming out maybe like March or something, but we have a little ways to go. And you know, it's Rockstar. You know how it is. Sometimes things get a little delayed when it comes to Rockstar. But boy, that is one company I can honestly say that the hype lives up to the, what am I doing here? I am goofing this up. I'm like trying to talk and I'm also goofing everything up at the same time. I'm actually going to move this down 1 layer down this way. There we go. So we're going to move that down 1 layer like so. All right, like I was saying, it is one game studio I feel like always lives up to the hype that's generated for their games. And I can't say the same for most, if not any game studio these days. It seems like games come out with a lot of problems or promises that just weren't quite met. But with Rockstar, they are somebody that you can always trust to bring out a good game. I've never been disappointed. I guess that would be an easy way to say. And what about you guys? Are you guys ever disappointed? Because that is one game I just feel like can live up to the hype that is generated for this game. And I noticed one thing right off the bat here. We need to change something. We're actually going to flip these like that. And then I'm going to take these here and I'm going to bring them across like that. So it's just a little bit different than the lower section. Now, the reason I'm doing this is just like I said before, we're trying to make these scaled up ever slightly more. We're just going to bring those up there like that. And I think that'll be awesome. So then we're going to scaffold our way up here. Now it's getting a little dark out there, my friends. It's getting a little dark, a little mysterious. And way out here in the frontier, never know who's going to be lurking around. All sorts of bandits and wild animals out here. So I'm going to grab out some of this. And then in this back section back here, we're just going to start filling this just like we did on the bottom level. So this is just like we did. So let me kind of complete this similar to what we did there, and I'll be right back. And welcome to the top here. And as you can see, I'm trying to arrange our roof. So what I'm doing is I'm just kind of following where we had left off. So these are our last blocks here, and I'm just kind of following the line just above it with an extra set of stairs, and then just going 1 set of half slabs above that, and then just looping it all the way across to here. And I don't know if this is the final design, but I feel like it's pretty good. So we cut these pieces in here like that. And then I'm just going to go 1 more block above there. I'm just going to cut these guys back together and then bring that one up to there. And let's just cut off the excess. So I think that's generally a fairly good design. Now that leaves us this giant chunk of land here in the center. And it's a little bit bigger than I was anticipating, being the kind of the cupola, if you will, on the top here. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to actually just right here, right now, is just going to actually run this across here, because looking at this now complete, I think it's going to be absolutely too big for what we want to do. So I think this will be perfect. Just bring this all the way across to here, and now kind of rearrange the cupola. So now just add an extra block there and there. It also could be like a bell tower or something along those lines. But yeah, let's start planning this out. I think the first thing I want to do is actually add just a temporary dirt floor so we can start placing down those blocks. All right, and welcome back. And as you can see, I got quite a bit built here. Now, the reason being is I got a little carried away. The design wasn't quite working, so I just kept refining it, and then I realized, like, I already got a big old structure here, so why don't we kind of cut in and take a look here. So one area was that this has been a bit of a challenge. So as you can see, we have one spacing where this should just go, next block upwards like that. But I didn't really like having the window just starting right on a flush plane like that. So I decided to cut these down here. Now, I did a little mock-up in Creative, and I just couldn't quite figure this out. So I think this is the best solution. It's not 100% how I want it, but I think it'll be okay. So as you can see, the walls here start about 7 blocks outwards, and then we have kind of these as our shutter designs, and then the windows in there. Now, the whole design, like we talked about, is a little less window heavy because it's a Frontier, glass is a premium. So that's kind of why we decided to do that. Now, for the roofline, I'm just going to start with these slabs like so. And I'm going to loop this all the way around like that. And then I'm going to come in and use a little bit of cobble. I'm going to use a little bit of smooth stone if I can point you guys in the right direction over there. So that's kind of the design I want. I want it to tie in a little bit with the rest of the Frontier outpost. Now, this roofline is going to be a little bit different than normal. So why don't we grab a little bit of scaffolding material? Well, I guess that's the best we have for now. Let me get up here, and what we're going to do is we're just going to start kind of bending it around. So we're not going to have like a triangle shaped wheel. It's kind of maybe a awkward pyramid at best here. So we're going to kind of do it like that, and I think that'll be nice. I think this will be a little bit of a different design. So it still kind of retains the styling that we have throughout the Frontier outpost, but then has a slight unique style to it. So why don't we cut down our scaffolding and kind of see how this all came out. Oh, I broke my roof. There we go. Broke my roof a little bit, but let's fly. Oh, geez. Wow. Good job on the flight there, Scar. Good job there. Okay. I'm happy about that. That looks really nice. That looks good. I'm actually really happy with that because originally I had it really small and it looked super hokey dokey. But I'm okay with that, especially once we get the whole sides built on either end. Oh, I'm excited about that. I think that came out really cool. So give me 1 second here. Let me mix up that roof and I will be right back. And welcome back, and look at our beautiful train station. Look at how wonderful that has come out. Now we have so much more to add and all sorts of beautiful details, but let's make our final landing here for the day. And look at that, absolutely stunning over there. Look at, this is what I'm happy about. And if we look closely, as you can see, there is so much depth built into the walls. It really has that kind of rugged Western style to it. And yeah, it's all made into brown kind of tones, but we're able to add so many different variations of that color that it really makes it feel like there's lots and lots going on in it. And it's not just one color. That's what I love about it. Now we will be adding green, and that's going to be more on the sides here once we build where we're kind of our luggage is going to be stored and where passengers wait for their trains. But yeah, I'm really happy with the way that came out, and I really hope you guys have enjoyed today. So on the next episode, like I said, we're going to build our side pieces, and then we're going to build this little platform along here. And I'm still taking ideas. I'm still taking ideas for this side about, should it be more passenger focused? Should it be luggage focused? I saw the original comments as the video was just uploaded on Saturday, but I haven't got to go through all like 250 something comments yet. But I will after I finish this episode, because I got to start planning this. But yeah, help me come up with what we should do on this side over here. I know for sure I'm going to do a walkway that kind of goes over the track and then comes down to here, either if we do it full luggage or if we do it passenger focused. But yeah, that was a fun episode. I really enjoyed that, and I hope you guys did also. And don't forget, my friends, to click the little bell next to the subscribe button so you get notified when I upload my next video. And until next time, this has been Good Times with Scar, and I always really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch my videos. And if you believe the videos deserve a rating, that would be much appreciated. And until next time, we'll see you later.